Ugh.
Well, no, I started hearing like just the sound of the air moving.
Yeah, but the fact like the cleaning themselves, like my old dog, it used to drive me nuts. It'd be like 2 a.m, and I'd wake up to hear just like, I'm like, dude, fucking quit. It's disgusting.
Dude, I can't fucking do it. I can't. Yeah, dog licking is horrible. Like Freddie, I can't really hear him, but like if he's on my lap and he's cleaning himself, I'll kick him the fuck off. I'm like, you know the fucking rules, and you don't do that.
Oh yeah, like it was so loud, it'd like wake me up.
It's like the piss out of me.
It's like my dog would be giving himself like an ultra sloppy, loud blowjob in the middle of the night, and I'm just like, dude, fucking quit.
You know, my mom's dog would lick himself like his paws all night. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's what my dog would do, and I get it. His paws smelled like Cheetos, so I mean, he wants to lick them. I get it, you know.
Is it Cheetos? I always heard Fritos, which I've never encountered a dog that smelled like Fritos before.
My mom's dog.
But we had
like
outside
Fritos.
dogs, so I'm like, I'm not getting that fucking.
See, outside dogs don't get that fungus.
You're not. Interesting.
Yeah, my dog's paws always smell like Cheetos.
She's a mutt. She's 16 years old. She's a lab mix. She is 16. I like everybody's like, I want my dog to live forever. I'm like, no, you don't.
So, anyways.
It's just like, God.
You're cutting out back.
That's where I lived like.
Jake's getting all New Mexico internet right now.
Hold on, I keep saying
it. Anyways, you guys already know what it is. It's the Nooner Nation, the podcast for Nooners, by Nooners. Like, subscribe on YouTube, rate and review on iTunes, go to Spotify, leave us 5-star, all that jazz. Share with your friends. Somehow we lost 2 subscribers. I know who one of them was. It was my wife. She unsubscribed to the channel. So
rude.
Well, that's because she saw that my 6-year-old found this channel on her iPad and was watching it one day, and I was like, oh yeah, no, we can't have that. Yes. Oh, Charlie's audio is not working all of a sudden.
Huh. Imagine either one. Oh no, I guess it's something you get to deal with.
Yeah.
Like your kids finding this and like watching episodes and being like, Dad, your high school girlfriend.
High school girlfriend? I thought you were really with Mom.
That's fucked up.
Dad, what's a Philly
like
side?
Knowing way too much about you.
Dad, explain this Philly sidecar thing to me.
I mean, if they watch the show, they're gonna know.
So, when they're older.
That's medical knowledge. Okay, I learned that in the hospital. I didn't know there was a name for it until y'all, but.
Kurt Cobain's shotgun in the chat just said a guy at the bar was forced to leave because he was drunk as shit. He called the bar saying he was threatening to shoot up the place. Cops are talking to the guys across the parking lot now. Been there. So I was I brought this up. I can't remember. I think it was like an RPR maybe chat. It was like 06, 07. I was in the Charlotte airport with a bunch of people on our way to a paintball tournament. And one of the guys I was with, I was like 18, so I couldn't drink.
Oh, yeah. I brought this at the last podcast, actually.
And he got so hammered, they cut like the Chili's 2 in the Charlotte airport, like cut him off. And he like got pretty belligerent. So then like 2 of like the chefs that worked there like came out from behind the kitchen and like just tossed him out. And like in the middle of a terminal in an airport in 2006, 2007, he like gets up. He's like, I'm gonna burn this fucking place to the ground. And we're all like, oh no.
Motherfucker.
And then Yeah, within like 15 seconds, it was like the tactical squad coming in from like the doors. You know, when you ever you see the doors at airports and you don't know where they lead, that don't have handles on them, like just rushing out on the ground, like zip tied them. It was nuts. So yeah, wild. But yeah, what's new with you guys?
Oh, just impersonating officers and ruining people's lives and getting away with it. It's been really fun.
Yeah, I'm just drinking a beer that apparently has lemonade in it. So
Oh, a little shandy.
A little shandy.
yeah,
The Kugel summer shandy is
They're
my
good.
shit.
They're good, but
That's what I'm
all of
drinking.
those, yeah. I saw the
look at
label.
that.
Oh, you got koozie on it. I was wondering. I was like, I saw the top
I know.
label.
That's what I was. I was like, I don't know what that is.
The
It was Jenna Marbles that actually introduced me to that. I drink the summer shandy, get the party started.
but those, like
She-
I've said
she
before,
would
like
dance.
those, like the summer shandies, like anything that has that kind of like citrus to it.
On draft is fucking fantastic.
And when it's really hot, that first one goes down like so good. You're like, oh, that's so refreshing. And then you get about halfway through the second one, and you're kind of like, yeah, I'm done with this now. Like, just bring me normal beer. Like, I couldn't drink like summer shandies all day. It's too much.
No, it's not one that you can just do over and over and over, like a Bud Light
Like,
Lime.
you can get
Yeah,
drunk
Bud
off
Light
beer.
Lime. We used to get those like when I was in North Carolina. We go golfing. We get like Bud Light Lime, but then
Yeah,
after
I was
like
actually looking for like the Corona orange. What they have?
Corona
Look.
Orange.
Fuck, refrozen.
you're breaking up a lot, so.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a cool robot, my man.
But yeah, any of those like citrusy beers, like I will say, when it's really hot outside, that first one is refreshing and goes down super good. But then you get like halfway, 3/4 through that second one, you're kind of like, yeah, I think I'm done with this. I'm just going to go to normal beer now, you know?
Yes, you have to go to something that has less flavor.
Yeah, it's like, you start,
Definitely.
it's
Which
like
makes
oh,
me laugh, kind of like with people bitch and moan about seltzers not having as much flavor, but it's just like if you're fucking going hard and
Oh, yeah.
over and over and over again,
It's just enough.
Yeah.
You can't do that much fucking flavor. Like you want to, excuse me, bitch and moan about White Claw. You can drink that whole fucking 12-pack,
oh yeah.
and
Can you imagine being
it
like,
doesn't get too overwhelming.
can you imagine being like on a boat in a lake on 4th of July and just pounding IPAs all day? Ugh.
Oh my god!
You know, like, oh my god.
I can't even do one IPA. I'm not gonna lie. Like I cannot do that. I like light beer.
I do, yeah.
I can't
And
do that.
to Woom's credit-
I fucking drink Bud Light, man.
Woo in the chat said drink High Life to stay hydrated. I'm a huge High Life guy. So like, I love me some
I
High
have not
Life.
had the champagne and beers.
The
in
champagne of beers.
a while.
And it's mainly because that's what my dad always drank. So like I drink it. So like I always like, if I'm in like a dive bar or something, I'd be like, give me the High Life.
See, my dad was a Miller Lite guy.
Miller Lite,
So, like,
yeah.
that's what I was raised up on.
Mhm.
And then he started drinking Coors Light, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then he started drinking Keystone Light, and I was like, Dad, you are not a broke college student. What is going on with you? Are you okay? I'm actually worried about you. And he was like, this is what my friends drink. And I was like, your friends are broke, motherfucker. Like,
I don't know if I've ever actually had Keystone Light. I remember the commercials, Keystone.
oh, I have, because that's what everyone would
Right,
buy,
yeah.
because the 30 packs were cheaper shit, and that's what you would play beer pong with.
Ruben
But like
said,
not like the beer pong that you would actually fill up the cups with beer,
Yeah.
not like we
Okay.
eventually moved on to like with water. And then
yeah,
just
but
drink
you have your
whatever
beer
you have.
ready, right? I've told this story. Like I went to like my sister-in-law's Halloween party, and I thought it was going to be out of control because it was like she's 10 years younger than me. And so at the time I was 35, they were all 25. And they were playing beer pong with water in the cups, which understandable. Like by the end of my like kind of college partying days, we did it with water, but you always had the beer cup ready to go. So if somebody sank one, you drink from the beer cup.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, when I first started playing, it was like you poured the beer
Oh, yeah.
And then you had like the wash cup. Then the wash cup would get disgusting, but you were still drinking,
disgusting. By the end of the night, you can drink the wash cup.
No. Because we always played in garages and shit, so it was like you don't want that.
Yeah.
It was just dirt. And then but that's the thing, like the beer was barely filled up.
Yeah, you typically go like to the first ridge on the solo cup, right? Do you know the solo cups?
No, not even that. It depends on what cups you're getting, because not every cup has.
But on a red solo cup, the ridges are actually measurements.
On the solo cups, because then sometimes I think the hefty cups are cheaper, so it's like you don't go for that solo brand, you get the hefty.
Yeah, you get the hefty.
And they don't have that.
Yeah, no,
so you can't.
You're talking about like the cheap clear plastic hefty cups.
No, they weren't clear. They were red.
Oh, okay.
So they looked like the solo cups, but I have seen that where like they have the ridges, and it's like this is an ounce, this is 5 ounces for wine, this is like 12 ounces for beer. That's cool as shit. They have that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I fucking hated beer pong. I fucking hated it.
See, that's actually probably my favorite go-to drinking game. Jeep and Justin in the chat said Flip Cup is far superior. I never got into Flip Cup. I was a beer pong kid.
Flip Cup I played a few times. I can't even really remember, but honestly, like I'd rather do like a card game, a card drinking game. That way you drink more, because like it gets to a point.
Circle of Death?
Or like categories. I loved categories. That was always a lot of fun. There was like cops and robbers, fuck the driver. There was a lot of different ones.
I don't know any of
those.
Like
the one where it was like I can't remember the name of it, but like you put the cards in the beer not done, and like you do it until it opens. That was always a lot of fun. I embarrassed a dude so bad, and it's still one of my favorite things that's happened to this day. Because this motherfucker, like, I put a card in, and no one ever says like, "Oh, you have to put it all the way in." It's like the card just has to be in the tab. So I just just barely put it in there, and he was like, "It's not even on the way," and it's decently full. He picks it up and turns it upside down, which what's gonna fucking happen? Most of the cards are gonna fucking fall out.
Yeah, I was like, now I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called.
I can't either, but I was like, what the fuck do you think this game is? Like, this isn't fucking Dairy Queen. This isn't a Blizzard. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, of course you're all gonna fall out. I embarrassed him so hard he had to walk away, and I'm like, fucking sorry, bruh. Like, you did something fucking real stupid, and I showed you, and I'm gonna fucking show you because it was against me because I put the card in. I'm like, nah, bitch, we ain't fucking playing this game, motherfucker. This ain't Dairy Queen, bitch.
Gator don't play no shit.
Gator don't play that dumb shit.
Gator don't play no shit. The only card
game, where's Jimmy's?
The one you're talking about, I remember playing that, but the one we always played with cards was like Circle of Death. I don't even remember the rules.
Like where you take the cards until it breaks?
No, like you put the card, like you lay a deck of cards out like in a circle. I'm trying to think, God, it's been, fuck.
Right, this is like 10 years ago. Like we're
15 years
into the lore right now.
It's been we weren't even married, so it's been at least 15 years probably since I played it. But we ran out of beer, so we started playing it with like Everclear that somebody brought, and by the end of the night there was just like people like waving their dicks around the air and chicks running around the house with no clothes on, and which goes to show why
out the demons.
I'm surprised people weren't like fucking dying and just throwing up all over the place, because that's what I.
I'm sure in the morning I wanted to die. You know, Everclear. The first time, it wouldn't be the first time I had it, but I remember like my parents bought the house next door to us, like this tiny little old ass house that this old lady lived in the whole time I remember until she died and we bought the house. And me and my dad were like gutting it and redoing it. And I was like in high school at the time. So I was like, hey Dad, can I have some friends over after the football game so we can like party over there? And he's like, yeah, sure. Somebody brought Everclear and we were pouring it like in like little disposable shot glasses on the table that me and my dad had just like revarnished.
Oh no.
The next morning I woke up and you could see where we had splashed the Everclear because it was down to bare wood. And that was the last time I ever drank just straight Everclear. I have
my uncle and his Marine buddies did that to my mom's counters and her table.
Yeah, like fuck that noise. I mean, I'll drink it like if somebody's like, here people's like, I've got apple pie moonshine. Like you don't. First off, I'm from the South. I know what moonshine is. But it's just,
yeah, because that old smoky shit. Like, nah, man.
But it's like no, they'll take like Everclear and like infuse it with like cinnamon and apple, and it is good for like one or two shots.
Yeah, no, that's not.
But it's not like it's not moonshine. It's just you just infused Everclear.
It's just Everclear. That's flavor.
No, in high school, like I grew up in Appalachia.
No, apple pie moonshine that was at the studio that time.
I've had real Kentucky apple pie moonshine. That shit gets me fucked up. Charlie becomes a fucking bad person.
Maniac.
Every time.
Massive maniac.
It's not good.
Yeah, I was a bad person last time I was in Austin.
It ain't good. No, so my drunk personality, her name is Swarly.
Mm-hmm.
This is a different type of Swarly. This bitch.
Yeah, I've met Swarly.
Is Swarly on meth?
Like Swarly gave me these fucking scars on my hand a few weekends ago. She's a stupid bitch that likes to swing on a swing set and let go.
How much did Swarly cost?
And then I fucking fell backwards.
Yeah,
she fucks me up.
I've met Swarly in person once, and it was kind of like it was like being around a trained lion. You're kind of like, okay.
Like you met okay. So, like she came out a little bit.
I could see it in your eyes though. There was violence in your eyes.
Yeah, she was kind of there, but like we also got wrangled up and taken home early. It was like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Moonshine Swarly though, like she will ruin relationships, sort of thing. And I mean like family relationships. She's a fucking bitch. Dude.
Oh yeah.
Me with whiskey. I'm not allowed.
I love that bitch.
Jake, what were you saying? Jake's frozen, so I'll move on.
He said that's me with whiskey.
Oh, with whiskey, yeah. Yeah.
Whiskey? Because like I can't do Gentleman Jack, because Gentleman Jack does not make me a gentleman.
Any kind.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, brown liquor guy?
No, any kind of whiskey makes me an asshole.
See, whiskey's my typical go-to, so it typically just makes me more of a chatterbox than I already am. Tequila, and for one, I haven't experienced a certain drink that changes my personality that much, but I will say that tequila is one that
changes mine.
Tequila I steer away from, because typically if I'm drinking tequila, like something is not going to go well, you know? Like I'll have like a shot of tequila, I'm fine, but if it's like a straight tequila night, like then something bad, I'm going to end up doing something that I regret in the morning kind of thing, you know? So, but, yeah, I remember, so like I grew up in Western North Carolina, like in the Appalachians. So moonshine, like everybody had some uncle that like made moonshine. And I remember I went to go pick my wife up from her boss at the time's house. And they were playing some drinking game with Grey Goose, which I already knew. Once I walked in and saw it, I was like, oh God, this is going to be a terrible night.
We're drinking so much goose, we're turning into geese.
Oh my God. Because this is the time, she was probably like, I don't even know if she was 21 yet. She might have been like 20. And she was one of those white girls, even though she's not white, that thought like, oh, you take a shot, I don't feel it. Let me take another one, take another one, take another one. And then the like 9 shots she just took all hit her like 20 minutes later, and it's just a fucking bomb going off. So we're playing this. Somebody comes into the house with like a mason jar of apple pie moonshine. They're like, oh, you want to try it? I was like, I'll try it. I literally had just, when I went to go pick her up, I had just left a car dealership, and like, not a new car, but a new car to me. I was like, and we were probably like an hour away from home. I was like, I'll do like a half a shot of it just to see how good it tastes. And it was fucking awesome. And so my wife takes like a full shot. And she's like, oh, that's really good. And pours herself a second shot and takes it. And then as she's going to pour the third shot, like everybody in the house is like, no.
She just falls. She just fell straight down like the Twin Towers.
Oh, yeah.
Bam.
Oh, man.
Fucking hit that shot glass out of her mouth.
Oh, I was like, no. Like I literally like stopped her, like, no,
Like a toddler?
No.
Holding her nose.
No.
Like, no.
Don't you dare swallow that.
Nope, we're not doing this. I was like, you should have learned your lesson the last time you hung out with these people. So it could probably like a couple of weeks before that, she was hanging out with her boss, and the two of them drank an entire bottle of Grey Goose between them before they went to the bar. So she calls me, and again, like I'm like an hour to 45 minutes away. If anybody knows where Brevard, North Carolina is, like it's a huge like tourist town, but there's no easy way to get to it. It's all like county roads the whole time through the mountains. And so I call her, or she calls me, and it's like, I'm fucked up, come pick me up. I'm like, God damn it. My car was in the shop. So I was in like my dad's Jaguar that he had just bought. Driving out there, walking to the bar that she said she was in, and I swear to you not, and Woom will love this one. I say this to everybody. When I walk in, it's a very dimly lit bar, and all I see are eyes and teeth looking at me. And I'm like, fuck. Okay. So like asking around the bar, like, has anybody seen her? Has anybody seen her? Like, oh yeah, like she went out to so-and-so's car. Like she was fucked up, so she just went out there to go to sleep. So I'm like walking around the parking lot looking for this car. I don't see her, so I go back to the Jaguar, get on my phone to call her. Like right as I'm getting ready to hit like send to call her, like the passenger door opens and she just like falls in. And I'm like, where the fuck have you been? Like what the hell's going on? And she's got a huge gash above her eyebrow. Like it's bleeding all down her face. So I'm like,
yourself at the car door, because I've been there before, twice actually.
I thought like maybe somebody got fresh and she wasn't having it, and they, you know, in my mind, this is what's going on in my mind, like my 21-year-old mind, right? So like I'm getting ready to go back in this bar, and you know, be damned, I'm dragging everybody out and kicking the shit out of them until I find out what happened. Turns out she saw me pull up, tried to get out of the car, was so fucked up she just fell flat on her face in the parking lot and busted her eye open.
Yep.
So then, like, she's in the car. Like, this was back in the long, a short sleeve T-shirt over a long sleeve T-shirt days. So I take the short sleeve T-shirt off and have her like pressing it against her eye as I'm in like a grocery store buying butterfly Band-Aids. So I get those on her, and we're, you know, it's like a 45-minute drive home. And halfway into it,
I wonder if anyone at the
Robot.
but anyways, so like we're halfway home, and I just hear, I'm like, no, not in the new car, not in Dad's Jag, pulling over. Like I throw the door open, she pukes out of the door, but it's so projectile that it goes like into the door speaker grates.
No.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck. And it's all over her pants. like her jeans she's wearing. So I'm like, I don't want you, like, you've already puked, like, in the door. Like, it's the door speaker and then, like, you know, the little compartment on the door.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, I don't want you, like, rolling around in the passenger seat with puke all over your lap. So, like, on the side of the road, like, I'm taking her pants off, which could have looked bad if somebody had been driving by. Luckily, nobody was.
Just come smell them, then you'll understand. I don't want any part of this.
So
right
I
now.
left her jeans on the side of the road. I was like, I'm not even fucking dealing with those. So we get back to our apartment, and she's literally like wearing like a crop top and a G-string at that point. And I'm like, okay, like stay in the car. I'm gonna run inside real quick and get you like a blanket or something. She's like, okay. Before I even open my door, I hear her door open and shut, and she is just like zombie walking through the parking lot of our apartment complex. And nothing but a crop top and a G-string. I'm like, God damn it. All right, whatever. Let's just get you inside. Then the night ended with me like holding her up in the bathtub, like washing her hair, getting the puke out of her hair, and like having to put butterfly band-aids on her, you know? And she woke up the next morning, she was like, wait, did you come get me last night? And I was like, oh, you're going to have to give me a minute to get some
You
coffee.
were my child last night.
Like, I remember I was just like, I need about an hour to just drink coffee in silence and not listen to your voice, and then I will explain to you what you did last night. And she was, once I finally explained it to her, she was like mortified, but yeah. White girls and
Am I
shots,
still a
man.
robot?
I don't think so.
Not now.
To be fair, I've never
Fuck yeah.
I've never had an instance where I've suspected you of possibly not being a robot. So,
Right. Fuck
I
it.
mean, you've seen me drink.
Decepticon over here.
robots can drink. AI knows what
No,
a
I'm
drunk
just saying I can hold it and still function.
AI knows what a drunk person looks like, you know. So
I was like, you guys have seen me drink, but have you seen me drunk?
Ruben, to be fair, yeah, it would not be the first time somebody drove up on somebody getting undressed in the North Carolina mountains. So, which leads me to the question of the day, like weird laws or weird encounters you've had with law enforcement. My weirdest one, and I think I've told the story on the show before, but like in high school, like me and my girlfriend like pulled off the road into like an orthodontist office parking lot. My orthodontist at the time, actually, because I had braces then, and like she was like going down on me in the car in this parking lot. And I mean, literally to the second I got my dick back in my pants, a cop is tapping on my window with his flashlight. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I roll down the window and I'm like, hey. And he's like, well, now that that's over with, you guys need to leave the parking lot. So I'm guessing the cop was probably just like standing there watching my girlfriend give me a BJ in a parking lot the whole time.
Oh,
I
he's
mean,
totally.
Kudos to him for letting us finish it, but you know, it's still weird. I was like,
You just hear a thwump, thwump, thwump outside.
no, it's like it's a very loud tap. You know, it was like ting 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 to where I thought he was gonna break out my fucking window.
No, I'm saying the thwump, thwump before the tap.
I didn't hear that. I was too in the moment, Jake. You know, the thwump 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 was probably my toes curling in the floorboards. You know, of my super sweet Trans Am. So.
You were with a trans man? What?
Yeah, I was with a trans man. Well, nah, she had natchies. She had big natchies. I dodged a bullet on that one, though. She's the one that I've told on the story where, like, I was her fuck toy through high school. And then, like, the day she graduated, she broke up with me and told me that, like, oh, you were just fuck practice before I go to college. I was like, wow, that's a rough way to end 2 years. Okay.
Yeah, this is a great way to respect her, you know.
But I dodged the
Respect your
bullet.
body, respect yourself. Like, you don't really need to fuck someone to like learn.
I know, but maybe if I'm looking at the silver lining of this, maybe I was just that good where she's like, oh, you're good. Like, fuck practice right here. But I don't care. Whatever. She, last I've seen her, which has probably been like 10 years, since the day we broke up, she probably put on about 80 pounds. So dodged a bullet with that one, I guess. Before kids. I think she has kids now. I don't know. I don't pay attention, but I'm guessing she probably does. Who knows? But I don't know, Charlie, you ever had any like weird encounters with law enforcement?
I wouldn't say weird. I would say they're pretty by the book. Everything I got caught doing, I was doing.
Yeah. What's the most embarrassing thing a cop has caught you doing?
Going 70 in a 45. That was a fat ass ticket. That was my first ticket. Other than that, like I've always like hypos have always been like very kind to me. I don't know if I've ever gotten a ticket from a hypo actually. Only like in city cops. One constable, which I'm like, what the fuck is a constable? What is this? England? Like, what the fuck are you? And he was like, I already wrote it down. I was like, but like, you are strong and paper is weak. Come on, man. He didn't fall for that. Yeah, city cops fuck me in the ass. A few times I've gotten out of them though, but not many. Like hypo is not too bad, but I'm not like egregiously speeding. Never been to any parties where the cops. Well, no, the cops had come to one party and they broke it up, and they were fine. I don't think I interacted with them. Let me think.
I've been to plenty of parties where the cops show up, but I was at one, and I forgot. I don't remember the details of why, but I wasn't drinking. I had something I had to do, so like I wasn't drinking. And I was just like, the cops show up, everybody runs. Like I was just sitting on the tailgate of a truck, and the cops like, "Why aren't you running?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not doing anything."
Right,
and they're like, "Well, what is this?" And they shine their flashlights down to the bottom of the tailgate, and it's just like a pile of beer cans from other people. Yeah. And I was like, "Well, those aren't mine." And they're like, "Okay, so like, will you like blow in a breathalyzer?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I blew in the breathalyzer. It came up like 0.00. They're like, "Oh no, bullshit! Do it again." Blew in it. 0.00 again. They're like, "Okay, like what are you doing?" I was like, "Guys, I'm telling you, like I haven't been drinking." They're like, "So there's no drinking going on at this party?" And I was like, "Well, obviously there is, but I haven't been drinking. Like
I'm not.
I haven't done shit." So, but then I also had a cop at a traffic stop one time during a date. I was taking a date home, and this was 2007. So I had a like American Eagle pink button-down shirt on. And he told me to get out of the car to do a sobriety test. I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "No sober person will wear a pink shirt on a date." I was like, "Okay."
Like maybe not you. We're of a different generation, and of like that year that it was happening for you. I know for sure.
Well, I got out of the car and he's like,
"Those were a fucking thing."
So I got out of the car to do like a field test, and the cop's like, "For real, man, what's with the pink shirt?" And I was like, "Do you see that girl in the car?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "She's into pink shirts." And he kind of was like, "Okay, like you can go."
Why are you wearing a pink shirt, boy?
I'm like, "Bro, I'm trying to get it in right now with my pink shirt.
I'm trying to get in the pink. In the pink. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, saying.
So are you sure you ain't a queer?
Queer. That's probably what he was thinking. Like, no pink shirted queers rolling around with a hot chick like that.
One of the worst things I ever heard, it was a hypo say, because I, for college, to get free college, at our community college, you had to do 20 hours of community service. So I did it at the Justice of the Peace office. And there was a hypo that came in, and he was like, "Oh, I pulled someone over and they said a family member died and they were speeding to the hospital." And he was like, "I don't give a shit about that. Like, if they're dead, they're dead. They're not coming back. You're not missing anything." So I was like, "Fucking duly noted, you piece of shit." Like, so anyone out there, never say someone died. Say someone has been critically injured, or like they might die. Like, never say they are dead if you're speeding somewhere, or else they might not fucking care because they're already fucking dead. Why are you speeding? From the fucking lips of a hypo.
Yep. Hypo meaning highway patrol, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the worst thing a cop has ever said to me is, "Boy, if I didn't have this badge off, I'd drag you out of this car and beat the shit out of you."
What did you do?
I know I've told this story, but me and some friends, like my senior year of high school, I think. It's been so long ago, I can't remember what year it was. I was in high school, and me and some friends were just bored and joined a bowling league. And one night, our handicap was so high that we ended up like winning for the night. So we're all excited and like left the bowling league. And I had a Trans Am, which, by the way, from experience, I will never buy my teenage kids anything that goes fast, because my parents let me do it and it didn't turn out great. Well, I mean, it turned out fine, but anyways, so we started like drag racing down the highway, leaving the bowling alley, which was really fucking stupid because right next door to the bowling alley is the highway patrol headquarters. And this was the time of like radar detectors. So I had one in my car, in my Trans Am that I had. And we're coming around a corner, because you gotta remember this is North Carolina, like mountains of North Carolina. So like it's hilly and windy. Come around this corner and it just goes like my radar detector lights up and I lock the brakes up. By the way, I locked the brakes up in the passing lane of this highway because I was trying to pass my friend in the turning lane of a highway, like the middle, like turning lane. Anyway, so like coming around the corner, I locked the brakes up. Coming around the corner is two state troopers. They light up their lights, whip it around. Like I was at that point, I was probably going like 45 and a 50. Like I slowed it way the fuck down. And one of the state troopers goes after my friends who decided to just hit the gas and go, like run from them. And like the other one pulls up next to me, like like I said, I'm doing probably like 45, 50. He's like, "Roll your window down." So I roll my window down. He's like, "Pull over right now." I'm like, "Okay." So like I go to pull over, and he takes off after my other two friends. So I'm like, okay. Like I sat there on the side of the road for probably like 5 minutes and nothing happened. So I was like, I'm just gonna go. And probably about, I don't know, a quarter mile up the street was a housing development, like that was being built, like new construction. So I literally just drove up into the cul-de-sac and sat there for like an hour. Just thinking like, I'm gonna sit up here, nobody's gonna find me. Like, it's fine. Like, okay, I should be like, after like an hour, I was like, I should be good. Come down, start heading home, come over a hill, and at this gas station at the top of the hill, I mean, it's just a cloud of blue lights. And I see like my two friends pulled over, or there was four of them, but two cars in the gas station, four friends like handcuffed, like sitting on a curb. So I'm like, okay, it's been like an hour, like just cruise on by. And like I get past the gas station and I look in my rear view and I see one of the cops point at my car. And I'm like, fuck. And so it would have been my junior year because I was like 16. I mean, I was like, fuck. And my 16-year-old brain was like, those Crown Vics are not catching my, WS6, my
they're
O2
souped up.
WS6 Trans Am. So I just gun it. Wow, take off. Because I can find the side road up here before they even get out of the parking lot. So I punch it, I gear down, punch it, look in the rear view, and I see this solid white Corvette with the visor lights on, lit up. I mean, just rolling smoke off its rear tires, sliding out of that gas station, followed by 2 unmarked Camaros doing the same thing. And I'm like, fuck. So they finally, they come in, I slow down. I'm like, I knew I was cooked. So I slow down. They box me in. And again, the guy in the Corvette rolls down the window. He's like, turn around now and go back to the gas station or we will shoot your tires out. I was like, okay. I was 16. I was like, okay. Sure. Okay. And so I turn around, do a U-turn in the highway, go back to the gas station, and the one cop, the original cop that told me to pull over, who was this fat dude, big fat, what you would think of a Appalachian state trooper, the big fat dude with fucking gear glasses on. By the way, it's 7 o'clock at night. He was wearing sunglasses in the parking lot of this goddamn gas station. He comes
like these?
Yeah. He comes out he does this arrogant walk up to my car with his hand on his gun, looks in the window and he's like, son, if I didn't have this badge on right now, I'd jerk your skinny ass out of this car right now and beat you to a pulp. My 16-year-old brain thought it would be hilarious to do this, and I did it. I looked him square in the eye and said, take the badge off and do it, fat ass.
Yeah, Brian's like, I'm a minor, bitch. I can
That
say
was
this
my thought.
shit.
He's not going to do shit. He's not going to do shit. I said that.
All you should have said was make my day.
No, I literally told him, take the badge off and do it, fat ass. And before I could even think, the car doors open and I was thrown to the ground. Deserved it. I will say, looking back, I deserved it. Definitely deserved it. So I ended up getting 94 and a 50, willful speed competition, evading arrest, reckless driving, and reckless in driving. God, how'd they word that? It's reckless driving without self-intent. Yeah, I don't know, but it's essentially like you don't give a fuck, you're gonna drive until you kill yourself, kind of thing. I don't know. So that was a fun, and then they made me call my parents on my cell phone while I was in handcuffs, and they talked to my parents, and then they let us all go. They wrote us the tickets and let us all go. That was fun, pulling up into my driveway after that call. But my mom had a friend whose husband was a huge lawyer in town. So she's like, you're going to go meet with him in a couple days, and she's going to see what he can do. So I go to this guy's office, and this dude is built like a fucking linebacker. He's probably 6'5", 250, massive, with a southern drawl, named Bill Gardo. I remember his name to this day. And he sits down, pulls up my sheet, reads it off to me, dramatically takes his glasses off and just looks at me and goes, Bill, for the love of God.
You dumb shit.
No. He goes, Bill Schofield, for the love of God, why couldn't you have just gotten a DUI?
It just would have been better if you hadn't done any of this.
And I was like, is it that bad? He's like, oh, it's bad, son. It's bad. All of this is really, really bad.
Night at that complex, fell
So-
asleep in your car.
So then he asked me what happened, and I told him the whole story, and I told him the truth. I told him everything. He was like, "Wait, so this police officer threatened you with violence?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, we can work with that." So,
We have something.
so I ended up getting. After it was all said and done, who knows what my parents paid this guy in
So
court
what did the cop
fees?
threaten you with? I missed all that.
The cop threatened to
Beat his ass.
pull me. He said if I didn't have my badge on right now, I'd jerk your skinny ass out of the car and beat you to a pulp.
Oh fuck.
So what ended up happening was, on the record, I got charged with 4 over, but I couldn't sue the county, or I guess it would have been the state, for communicative threats. And I was like, well, what happens if I sue the state for communicative threats? He's like, we might win. We probably won't. And you'll lose your license for 15 years. So I was like, okay, like I'll just take the 4 over and pay the $200 or whatever it is. You know? So, but yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, let's get to these questions,
Yeah.
man.
Get to the questions. Sorry.
Oh, my broken wrist.
I thought I told that story before on here, but guess not. All right. Answer Juan. Tennessee's Constitution prohibits anyone who participates in a duel from holding public office.
Interessant.
I don't know. I feel like, at least locally, if somebody challenged somebody to a duel in the streets, I'd be like, I want that guy to be mayor.
I don't know, like duels were like not. I don't think they were looked like they were not looked up upon at all. Like it was like not a good thing. So like I don't know exactly like all
You're
the facts.
kind of an asshole, right?
Well, like when Alexander Hamilton and what's his face,
Aaron Burr?
like
Aaron Burr. The only reason I know who shot Alexander Hamilton was from like the very first like SNL movie video where it's
right.
we love the Chronic. What calls a Narnia? Have you heard that
I
before?
don't think it was legal. Like it
But
for
it's
some
like-
reason.
It's like
I
you can
feel
call me
like-
Aaron, but there's like in the thing he's like. It's like girl acting like she'd never seen a 10 before because like they dropped like a bunch of 10s down on the movie counter. And
Yeah.
it's like you can call me Aaron Burr from the way I'm dropping Hamiltons.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was legal. I don't think it was, at least in England, and only the reason I know that is from Smut Books and Bridgerton, which is the same thing. But it's like, yeah, I don't think. I think
Are you
it
a
had
smut
to-
book person?
What fucking woman is it?
I'm trying to get my
Um,
wife into the smut books.
Oh, dude! Ever since I learned about 50 Shades of Grey, which was way before the movie came out.
Yeah. So
I was
she's
like-
read all of those. So I'm like, what's your issue with smut books? And she's like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like realistic. And I was like, well, we want realistic, then like,
Porn isn't realistic.
Right.
Smut, like, no, it's fucking fantasy, man. Like, I think they do have some like more realistic kinds, but it's like, no, I want the shit that's like, not like the 50 Shades of Grey. Like that was fun for the moment, but like I like the shit that's like, I like the old timey stuff, which is like, if you actually think about it, is absolutely disgusting.
mhm.
But this isn't
Oh,
fucking
the
real.
smell. Just think
Or
about
like
the smell.
like fantasy shit, like someone that can turn into a fucking dragon.
Ooh,
which
yeah.
I sent that as a meme today. It was like, really? With a dragon? It's like, yes. Like this
Yeah.
is the shit that I want. I don't want anything that has to do with reality. Because
Gotcha.
fuck real life, fuck reality, fuck all this shit. I want to be taken somewhere that doesn't exist. That's but that's just me.
All right.
And I understand it. Like that's my own shit. But hell yeah. I like that stuff. I really like the Victorian thing for some reason. Like the Bridgerton stuff. I don't know why. It's just a lot more elegant and it's like, does that still exist today? Yes. We are not a part of that class. So it's like, oh cool. I like neat, but it's a long time ago, so I feel like far away from it. So it's like I can separate my reality with that, but I can still enjoy reading that and reading about women getting spanked and shit because they have
Ooh.
those, and those are what I like reading.
You like the spanking ones, huh? All right. So next one, San Francisco. People deemed ugly, in quotes, can not walk down the streets. Hold on, there's more. He's listed out 1, 2, 4 of them. So, number 1 in San Francisco, a law that I'm assuming is still on the books. People deemed ugly cannot walk down the streets. Number 2, carrying bread, cakes, or pastries in an open container is illegal. Okay. 3, elephants must wear leashes when walking down the market street.
Where is this the fucking
Hold
American?
on. Let me get to 4, then we can discuss these in turn. 4, prostitutes are not required to make change for bills over $50. This is what's hilarious. This is why I did this, is because there's so many weird laws on the books still that don't pertain to anything. But you have to wonder, back in the day, why were they made laws? Like, why did San Francisco deem that ugly people cannot walk down the street?
But like, who deems what's ugly and how many people?
I'm sure that it's not an enforceable law anymore, right? Like, but probably
like a freak show kind of ugly, like
probably,
a bearded woman or like a rat boy.
Yeah, that's probably what it was, like Gold Rush. Like, this law was probably made like in Gold Rush, San Francisco, and they're like, yeah, you can't parade your freaks around our town. Also, in San Francisco, why can't you carry bread, cakes, or pastries in an open container?
It might still be the same thing that they deal with today. A lot of shit in the street. And it's
Maybe.
like, that's not sanitary. You're going to fucking kill people.
Next one. What happened in San Francisco that they passed a law that made it to where elephants must wear leashes when walking down Market Street? Like, an elephant went nuts?
Elephant, man.
Prostitutes not required to break change for bills over 50. Okay, I can deal with that one. Sounds reasonable. She's not required to have change. You come correct with the proper amount of money, you know? When that law was made,
you're an ATM, motherfucker, get out of here.
When that law was made, $50 bills were probably like hardly in circulation, because that would have been like $1,000 bill back then, you know?
Right, you'd think.
All right, next one. In Arizona, it's illegal for your donkey to sleep in your bathtub. They can be in there, they just can't be sleeping there. Again, this is why this is like what makes it so funny to me, like this question. I know it seemed like stupid and weird, but if you really think about it, what led to a law in Arizona that a donkey can't sleep in your bathtub?
That's fucking weird.
Yeah. I did know this one, but this is hilarious. Again, what were the actions that created this law? Whoever submitted this one, I know this one, and it was in my mind when I posted the question. It's illegal to push a live moose from an airplane in Alaska.
I mean, is that just for like the person's own good, so you don't get brutally murdered?
But fuck! Like, who the hell puts a live moose on an airplane? Especially back when this law was made. Like, a live moose.
There's Operation Dumbo, so like, who fucking knows what people?
Operation Dumbo. They're trying to like repopulate moose in Alaska, so they're just like airdropping live moose from airplanes.
They're just fucking everyone up.
It's illegal in Montana
Mexico.
Thanks, Jake, for Mexico. You're breaking up bad, buddy. It's illegal
He's
in
gotta switch to his phone internet, man.
Yeah. It's illegal in Montana to have a sheep in the cab. Hold on, sorry, they misspelled a bunch of shit in this. It's illegal in Montana to have a sheep in the cab of your truck without a chaperone.
You fucking that sheep, boy.
Montana must have had a sheep fucking problem.
You fucking that sheep.
Not to mention, like, what's a chaperone going to do? I'd imagine it's like, oh no, the sheep's staying in the front of this truck. Whoever your buddy is riding in the truck with, he's going to be like, hell yeah, brother, let me get
Unless the
seconds.
sheep's in the middle and the other person is holding the sheep also in the front. Like it's just like just a single cab.
Yeah, I'm thinking single cab, you know.
Like somebody was driving with their sheep and the sheep started fucking them up and then they crashed into somebody.
Maybe.
Or into a building or some shit.
Fucking weird. In Wisconsin, it's illegal for a restaurant to give you margarine instead of real butter.
I can see that being a thing. Like, no, give me real shit. Give me that real shit, bitch.
Give me that real son. It'd be like that Chris Farley SNL skit where they give like, oh, you actually just drank so-and-so coffee-flavored crystals. And he's like, you son of a bitch. Have you ever seen that sketch, Charlie?
I think I have.
It's like one of the ones like, it was early, like it's Chris Farley, but it's probably one of the earlier like pre-recorded sketches that SNL would do. And he's like at this like show, like with his wife, like dressed up nice. And he like orders a coffee and they bring it to him. And he's like drinking coffee. Like, oh, sir, what do you think about the coffee? He's like, oh, this is like incredible coffee. He's like, oh, it's not actually coffee. It's like Colombian coffee flavored crystals. And he's like, you son of a bitch. And like flips the table over and like starts beating people up. You lied to me.
Yeah, like they said SNL sucked back then. It was like, no,
no,
man,
SNL. That was when SNL was great.
It's like just fucking wait. It's fucking horseshit now, but
In
they actually
Massachusetts,
had talent back then.
well, they had the balls to write funny shit back then. So,
well, they still have, they always had the balls for it. It was like it was before they got castrated. Before public castrated them.
Mm-hmm. In Massachusetts, it's illegal to drive with a gorilla in the back seat.
Is that because 100 men are going to try to fight it? Which I didn't know this was a thing on social media right now.
Well, here's the thing with that, Charlie.
So much stuff about it.
This
like, I don't know
was
how it started.
something.
Like, I know how like the bear and the woman thing started, but like this, I'm like, where the fuck did
the 100 men versus a gorilla thing went viral on Reddit like 10 years ago. It's just coming back up.
I don't understand it. And I'm like, this is dumb. Like, why is this a thing? I don't.
Yeah.
And how is this a thing? Like, not like I just whatever. But yeah, I mean, I agree. It could definitely fuck you up if you're driving a car. Like, they don't give a shit. Why would they give a shit? They don't understand what the fucking vehicle is. They don't know safety.
Fuck? I'm not getting in a car with a gorilla in the back seat.
Ricky Bobby got in the car with a cougar.
Hey, he showed Karen what's up, okay? It's all about dominance. I don't know if I can dominate a full-grown gorilla. So
I've only had an encounter with one. It was through a glass, and it was at the Cheyenne Zoo. And that motherfucker didn't give a shit about nothing. And he would definitely let us know through that glass of like, I will fucking kill you. I will fucking kill you. So we were like,
this next one sounds weird, but I know why they did it. High heels aren't allowed in historical sites in Greece.
My only question for that is how high of the heel?
Well, so that dictates it, but I can guarantee you why this is. Anybody that's ever owned actual wood flooring, a high heel like a stiletto. Here's the thing: like, let's say, and we go lowball it. Let's say you're a lady and you weigh, just to make the math easy, 100 pounds, right? Tiny lady, wouldn't think anything of it. You throw on some tight pointed stilettos, the amount of force you're putting on that heel will fuck those floors up.
Are we talking like 3-inch heels?
Well, it doesn't
4-inch
matter how
heels?
tall they are. It's about how thin the heel is, right? So let's say you weigh 100 pounds. Let's say you weigh 100 pounds and the diameter of your heel tip is 1/4 of an inch. You're now putting
the wiggly ones. So like if you're doing like a wedge.
You're talking about they're talking about like slut heels, stilettos, real
Right.
sharp point on those.
Yeah.
If you're a 100-pound woman, you're now putting 400 pounds of pressure on that heel, on the floor. I've seen it happen. It will fuck your floors up. So at a historical site in Greece, sure, they don't want people fucking the damn floors up. And it's a historical site because you decided to wear tiny ass stilettos in it,
I mean, at the same time, why are you going to historical sites in heels?
I mean, that's an argument as well. But I understand why they made the law. But Charlie, can you not imagine some Montenegro billionaire and his harem of thin, shitty prostitutes that follow him around in tiny heels? Yeah, I get why they made the law. I mean, so I do know that it's a PSI thing.
We also don't want dumb bitches in this place either. Mm-hmm. So
scurry off hose. That's Greece's way of saying scurry off hose.
Go on, get.
If a house in Allentown, Pennsylvania has more than 5 women and a kitchen, it is considered a brothel. As such, sorority houses have no kitchens. Huh.
So it doesn't matter if they're fucking men or women.
No.
It just matters if they're in the kitchen all at the
no,
same
if the
time.
house, it says if the house has more than 5 women and a kitchen, so they don't have to be in the kitchen, but there is a house that has more than 5 women living in it and it has a kitchen, it's considered a brothel. To be fair, I would consider that a brothel as well to this day. What are 5 women doing living together? In Allentown, Pennsylvania, nonetheless.
It's like a sorority.
Was there a live chat? I'm guessing there must be a college in Allentown, Pennsylvania. The only thing I know about Allentown is the song. So, and the only reason why I know the song Allentown is from The Hangover 2, and then I realized it's actually a town in Pennsylvania. So, living here in Allentown. All right. In the city of St. Louis, it is illegal for an on-duty firefighter to rescue a woman who is nude or only in a nightgown. She must be fully dressed. I doubt they enforce that law very much anymore. The house is on fire and she's naked. A firefighter's pulling her out, right? No, yeah, let's find as the
or wrapping her up in any kind
as
of
the house is burning down, he's searching through drawers to find her pants and shirt.
Put something on, you harlot!
Yeah, you fucking whore! What are you doing naked?
This is also why the Bible says not sleep naked.
I sleep naked specifically hoping that happens.
Dude, I'm so uncomfortable if I try to do that. I'm I need my undies on. I need something across my titties. I can't fucking do
this. You can't walk across the I-94 bridge from Minnesota to Wisconsin with a duck on your head. Again, that's what makes it so funny. Like, what was the situation in which they made a law where you couldn't cross the bridge? Like, who acted up on this bridge with a duck on their head to the point where, like, it's because he had that duck on his head.
We gotta make a law.
We can't have none of this. We can't have people walk across this bridge with a duck on their head now. Come on now.
Come on now. What you doing, son? Get out of here, nerd.
Get out of here, nerd. I'm not asking for much. I need an 8-ball and $2 million. Uncle Baby Billy now. I can do an Uncle Baby Billy voice.
It's so good. It's so fun.
Lord bless this cocaine.
It's fucked up anyway.
It's not teen juice. It's teen juice. Okay? Teen Jesus. Teen juice.
That's my favorite. Get out of here, nerd.
Get out of here, nerd. Enough of your worthless wilding.
The fucking... anyway.
That might be... Uncle Baby Billy might be one of the greatest TV characters on the planet.
For real, though. And I just love how he's supposed to be like 78. He obviously doesn't look it, but it's like you have to like suspend your belief because you know he's supposed to be that old. He's like, I'm older than Eli. Or no, he's supposed to be younger than Eli.
He's younger than Eli.
But still, it's just like he's supposed to be up there, and it's just like I believe it and I don't all at once. But it's just so fucking.
Are you caught up on that show now?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not asking much here now. I just need an 8-ball and $2 million.
$2 million. And they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Really? Like, no. Was he on cocaine right now? Well, fuck yeah, he was.
Lord, one last time, I need you to bless this cocaine.
And if you haven't watched what we're talking about, you need to.
It's Righteous Gemstones.
Then that's your own fucking fault because it's damn near Sunday.
Righteous Gemstones. If you don't have it, get like the 7-day free trial of HBO and binge watch Righteous Gemstones.
For real. Like, get it, and then in your subscription, it'll be fine. You'll get that free trial and binge watch the fuck out of it. It's fucking worth it.
People ask me.
People like 3 weekends
People come into
the
street and ask me, Uncle Baby Billy, how much money do you make off of this? I tell them $0. I'll make $0 off of this.
0. It's 9 episodes per season, and there's we're on the 4th season.
Fourth and last final season.
They're fucking pulling the plug. This is it. This Sunday is it.
Yep. So
watch that fucking show.
All right, moving on now. It's illegal to cross state lines with a duck on your head. Okay, this goes into the last one. In some areas, driving with dirty tires is against the law. Additionally, there are historical and often debated laws, such as requirements for all bathtubs to have feet, and the claim that it's illegal to eat hamburgers on Sunday.
What about cheeseburgers?
Mm-hmm.
Does the cheese change it?
All right, next one. Juan's mom. Yeah, we got that one now. This one we already covered. In San Francisco, an elephant walking down Market Street must be on a leash. I'd like somebody to send me the history of that one. I'll do like a 15-minute pre-recorded thing about the history of why elephants can't walk free roaming down San Francisco sidewalks. Okay, so this must be a weird encounter. Trying to explain a bar fight to a cop when you have no ability to speak because you've had too much. Yeah, that can be awkward.
Yeah.
You're getting arrested, bro. Sorry.
That's the worst thing about being drunk is like you know what you're trying to say.
Oh, yeah. But it comes out blah, blah, blah.
You're trying to sound sophisticated and you sound like just a fucking moron.
Ruben in the live chat said, I hope my power comes back on by Sunday to watch the finale. Is your power out?
I don't believe him.
Pay your power bill, Ruben. Come on, man. Had to explain to the cops while I was driving through a riot/brawl. They stopped me while driving. They stopped me while driving on foot. I'm assuming that means the police were on foot. There were 200 people fighting in the street after the club shut down. I explained I had to pick up my homies. They were busy and let me through. Where the fuck were you? Where like the bar cleared out and just a 200 person riot out front. Atlanta, I'm guessing. In Tennessee, you can legally shoot a whale from a moving vehicle out of the window.
How many fucking whales are in Tennessee?
None. It's a landlocked state. So if you see a whale, shoot it. It's not supposed to be that.
Or some shit like that.
There, to my knowledge, there's not a SeaWorld.
They're not have any kind of aqua life like that.
They do have an aquarium, but according to this guy, the law is contingent on from a moving vehicle out of the window. So
that just makes me wonder, like, how and why.
Again, why? Like, why was this law made?
Like, I know there's some shit in like Texas where it's like in San Antonio under this certain bridge you can legally shoot a Native American after midnight. Like,
well,
that,
because of course, Charlie, at that point he's a skinwalker, so he needs to be shot.
Just saying, like, either way, like, that's like one thing, but it's like you can shoot a fucking whale from a car. Like, cars aren't that like old of a thing. So it's just like, what fucking whales are such a menace in Tennessee that you could fucking drive by one?
Coming out of the sunroof with like a M240,
like,
mowing down a whale.
Like, what?
All right. My drink's empty. We got 5 more of these, so let's plow through them.
All right.
In Alabama, it is illegal to play dominoes, cards, or race on Sunday. I can see that's gambling on a Sunday.
Yeah, you know, so many people break that, though.
Oh, again, none of these are being enforced. I'm pretty sure if you shot a whale out of your car or from your car in Tennessee, they would still arrest you on, like, I don't know, discharging a weapon in a moving vehicle or something. I don't know.
Like, you wouldn't like look up and be like, oh shit, we got this one. We can charge him for this too. Like from 1892.
Yeah. I have a story about an old ass law in North Carolina that got somebody fucked. And not in a good way. He got fucked in a good way, and then the law fucked him back. In Connecticut, you cannot sell pickles unless it bounces. It's also illegal to educate dogs. Okay.
On what? Constitution? Civil rights?
Can't educate this dog.
Fetch? Like,
trying to teach your dog
where
to
are we drawing
read.
this line?
Trying to teach your dog to read witchcraft. It's Connecticut. It's New England
You
state.
get you a fucking beer from the fridge.
That sounds like a Salem witchcraft trial law. You're teaching your dog to read. We don't even teach women to read. You know.
Your dog can vote? Hell no.
In North Dakota, it is illegal to fall asleep with your shoes on. At most house parties, it's also illegal to fall asleep with your shoes on. So
you're gonna get a dick drawn on.
Yeah, you're gonna get a dick drawn on. Wouldn't that be hilarious if, like, the cops got called to somebody's house because they fell asleep with their shoes on instead of arresting them? But they just drew dicks all over their face.
Like, that's your punishment from the law.
Yeah. Justice done.
Justice served, bitch.
In Washington State, is it illegal to bother Bigfoot?
I don't think Bigfoot's ever been seen in Washington, so, like, cool, man.
Washington State is a big Squatch territory.
I thought it was like the Appalachian area.
Oh, it's everywhere. Anywhere where there's mountains. So Appalachia. I want to say the Pacific Northwest is like a big Squatch territory.
Is it just like
that? I also want to say like the lower Rockies, maybe.
That just...
Yeah, it's probably just like some massive fucking son of a bitch not wearing clothes who's hairy as shit. All right, last one. In California, it's illegal for women to drive while wearing a house coat.
What the fuck is a house coat?
Exactly. Like, that just shows how old the law is. Like, what the fuck is a house coat? Like a smoking jacket? But to the point you made, in North Carolina, as far as I know, it's still illegal to perform or receive oral sex.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this stuff like that.
And this
They really
happened.
pull that fucking card on him?
Somebody that I knew from high school who was like, I was like a senior when he was a freshman. I heard years later, his senior year, his girlfriend's dad was like a sheriff's deputy or something and walked in on her like going down on him and arrested him under this fucking stupid law and tried to get him put on like the National Sex Offenders Registry over it.
Oh, it just fucking ruined this person's life completely.
Oh yeah. And then I do know now, like via social media, they're married now. Like, can you imagine how awkward
Every
family
Christmas,
dinners have to be?
like they have their grandkids. Like,
Yeah.
Grandpa tried to ruin my life.
Yeah. Grandpa tried to destroy me because your mom decided to throw me a little bit, you know?
That's fucking insane.
Oh, it's the stupidest thing ever. Right? Like, to invoke that stupid fucking law, like, really? Like, why don't you just, like, okay, you walk in and your teenage daughter's blowing her teenage boyfriend, scare the shit out of him. Fuck, maybe even, like, give him a slap across, give him a rap on the beak or something, you know? But to invoke
At the same
some...
time, like, the kid would probably be like, take it to court. Jury of my peers.
My
then.
peers. Give my
This-
peers, son.
Let's just do this. And it's
Who
like, no
here
one.
doesn't like... Ladies, like, it'd be like my lawyer, Bill Gardo, who I talked about earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, the jury, who here has not enjoyed a blowjob from time
Right,
to
like
time?
the girlfriend would be a part of the defense and be like, this is not the first time. Sorry, Daddy.
Yeah.
I love you, but sorry.
What, you think he was enjoying it so much because it was my first time doing it? I'm the blowjob string of Dewey Street, Daddy.
You can't. Going. The dad's just fucking cutting his wrist up. No.
Mama told me how to do it.
Honestly, though, I am like so sad you don't have a daughter. Because I think you having a daughter would be hilarious.
Oh, it'd be my worst fucking nightmare. It'd be my wife's worst nightmare as well. We talked about that. I was like, can you imagine having a daughter?
But like for you though, you'd be like, oh, like it would be way worse for you than for her.
Actually, for me, I honestly, like, who knows? I can't say for sure because I don't have a daughter. Right. For me, I just, like, even with my kids, like, I know how teenagers are. Me and my wife have talked about this. Like, we're not going to be like the parents be like, yo, no, you're not having sex. Well, like, we're going to, like, when they get to that age, for one, I don't know when that age is, you know, but.
Depends. Yeah, right.
I guess when we feel it's that time, like, I'll talk to them and be like, hey, man, like, maybe not in so many words, but like, sex is awesome. But there are severe consequences to it. So be ready for it, man. Like, I think I'd do the same thing with a daughter. My worry with a daughter is I knew my wife, we didn't date when we were in high school, but I knew her in high school. And I was like, I told my wife, like, do you want a daughter that grows up to be how you were in high school? And she's like, oh, fuck no. I was like, yeah, you two would kill each other. You would fucking kill each other.
I don't know. It's
either that or the two of them join up and go whoring around town, you know?
I feel like you would definitely freak out more than she would. Like, she would be more upfront. but you would be like, "Not my baby girl."
Baby
Nah!
girl.
Like you would
Not
be like
my
that
baby
dude. Like, I'm
girl.
gonna fuck this kid up. Like, fuck you. You did this to my.
I don't know. I
baby
feel like I'd
girl.
probably be more like Billy Bob Thornton on Landman. Just be like, oh god, I don't want to
Well,
hear
even
about
he
it.
was like, "Fucking lie to me."
Yeah, just that'd be me. I'd be like, just lie. I don't want to hear. I know what you're doing.
Fucking...
Like, I know what you're doing, but just lie to me about it, please. Be safe and lie.
So one time, my dad told me, he was like, you know that I don't even, I think it was like a car insurance commercial. I don't even remember what it was now, but it was like this father and a daughter, and it was like her first time in the car. Like she just got her car and she's driving, and he looks over at her, and it's like her is like a tiny, like a little bit older than a toddler, and she's like, "Yeah, Daddy, I'm ready."
And then she hits the curb and fucks the wheels all up.
Well, no, but it's just like just shows her as like as a tiny little thing. And he was like, "That's how I still see you." And I was in my 20s at this point. Like I was not living at home anymore. And he was like, "I still see you as that." And I was like, "I'm gonna fucking just go kill myself. Like I can't do this. Like
No.
I'm still that little girl to my dad, and my dad is still that man to me. So it's just like, nah, man. Like it's a whole different fucking thing.
Maybe.
Dads and daughters.
Luckily, I don't have to deal with it. Luckily I don't have to deal with it. What do they say? It's like with sons, you have one dick to worry about. With a daughter, you have all the dicks to worry about.
Yeah.
So.
But it was weird. Like, I don't know. Like, my dad, he wasn't crazy about, like, when we dated men, but he was like, you are, just like, you are still this to me. But, like, he accepted all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. To be honest, I never had a girl whose dad was like that stereotypical, like, what are your intentions with my daughter? I definitely like met the dads,
Right? Like my dad threatened my guy friends more than like boyfriends. And I'm like, Dad, you're doing this to the wrong people.
Right.
What are you doing?
So, but yeah, I've never encountered like one of those hard ass dads. For one, I don't know, maybe they knew what their daughters were like before I even met them. I don't know. But I don't know. Like, I don't think like I would be, if I even had a daughter, I wouldn't be like the dude, like the dad at the door with a shotgun. Like, what kind of message does that send? Right? Like,
my dad, I don't know. My dad was a different kind of man, though. Like, he hung around with all kinds of people, drug addict kind of people, ladies who sold themselves for drugs. So he probably had a very low bar. Like,
right. It's like, as long as you're not selling it for drugs, if you're gonna sell it, get cash out of it, Charlie. Okay.
Like he was a 80s biker. Like,
yeah. I know. You've told me stories about your dad. I can totally see that.
Yeah, man. Like, so yeah, like he wasn't like, and my dad was a badass kind of person. He could have done that. He could have been that man. But he wasn't. And like, but he and I, we never talked about like relationship stuff in depth, or like I went to my mom with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, my mom did not always have like the best advice. It's a little kind of toxic, yeah. And I was like,
mine neither, because my mom hated the girls I brought home. But we also know I'm DG4L, right? Like, you can imagine the girls I was bringing home.
Did you ever talk to your dad about it though? And he was like,
my dad was on board. My dad knew what was going on. Like, without saying it, like I could just see it in his face. Like, he knew what I was doing. Like, he knew what I was about. He knew I was about that life, that DG4L life. I remember
like this difference with like sons and like dads and moms though. Like,
this was okay. So this was the same night as the purple shirt incident I brought up earlier. I had a motorcycle at the time, and I lived next door to my parents. I brought this girl back to the house on the motorcycle, but we changed before going to go like out to dinner and see a movie, and we got in the car, and like on the way out, like we shared a driveway, and I was like, oh, I gotta go talk to my mom real quick because I did have something I had to talk to her about, and she's like, oh, I see you have a girl with you, like I saw you pull up on a motorcycle, and I was like, yeah. And she's like, and she decided to wear a thong and a denim skirt on your motorcycle? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, well, is that the kind of person do you think you want to be with? And I was like, Mom, I don't know, but she serves a purpose right now. And my mom was like, that's disgusting. My dad was just laughing his ass off.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, trust me, my wife, same thing. I started dating her for a reason. Like, she was DG4L. She's still DG4L. My mom fucking hated her with passion when we first started dating. Now, she's the daughter my mom always wanted, so I don't know what that means. But...
well, people change, people
people
grow
change.
up, sort of thing. But it's just like, I am not a parent. I have no fucking idea what that would feel like.
Oh, I will say, to be fair to my mom's point, if my one of my sons shows up with just some skank, right? I'll get it. I won't necessarily like it, but I'll be like, bro, don't let her hand you the condom. You keep one on you where she doesn't know where it's at, and you put that one on.
I mean, to be fair, it's decent advice, but it's like, it just sounds so fucked up.
So, well, but is it not sound advice?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the one thing, like, you just never know what your parents are like. And, like, I didn't know what my parents were like until I was fucking grown. And then I started finding out.
Oh, I get that. I get that. Now that I'm older, like, and my dad has passed, my mom will tell me stories about the shit they used to do when they were younger. Because, like, my dad was 30 and from London. Met my mom over here when she was, like, 19. The shit she told was like, where were these stories when I was younger?
I didn't realize they had such a age difference.
Yeah, there was an age difference. It was a pretty, from what I have heard recently, was like, it was a big deal for my mom's family. Granted, like, I didn't know this because my mom's family all loved my dad because he was a lovable person. He was fucking fantastic.
And like, to the point of, like, they got married, they had kids.
But the fact that, like, my mom was a college student at the time and went and spent the summer in Hendersonville, North Carolina with her roommate. And then by the end of the summer, she was engaged to some 30-year-old Englishman she met in North Carolina. Like, I get it. It doesn't really bode well for your family.
So just a few fucking months, and they were like, this is in-game.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, and they were together for 32 years before Dad passed. So
I can understand that, of like, what the fuck? Like, it's only been a few months. Like, what the fuck?
It's been a summer. And you let this swarthy Englishman, It
was an accent, wasn't it?
It was. He also, here's the thing too, and I think I've said this before on the show, when he first moved to America, he was like 21, 22, pretty fit guy. The story he always told me, him and his best friend, who's also English, and they met in Miami. He lived in Miami. They were waiters at a male strip club. Was his first job in the U.S. as a waiter at a male strip club.
This is fucking unprecedented. Like,
and then,
not told
after acting, I never asked questions about it, probably because I just didn't want to know. But then, after he passed away, his friend that he met at this female gentleman's club, who was his best friend. Like I knew him like almost like as an uncle figure.
As an uncle,
to
yeah,
me.
right.
I was like, so what's the deal with you guys being waiters at a male strip club? And he kind of looks at me, he's like, I mean, being a waiter at a male strip club, like, what does that actually mean? And I was like, I figured. You guys were just slinging dick all over Miami, I'm sure. Because the 80s, and like, oh, you have an English accent? You're exotic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, and who knows, like the fucking cocaine that was poured, like,
those are
my
the stories I'm talking
God.
about. My mom would be telling me the stories like, yeah, like I'm pregnant with your older brother, and like next thing I know, I look over and your dad and his friend are like doing this and this and this and this. I'm like, holy shit, where'd these stories come from?
Who the fuck was this person?
It really doesn't. It was kind of like shocking to hear it, like from my mom. But the stories themselves, like did not shock me at all. I was like, yeah, okay, like I can see that for sure.
Right.
Like, yeah, okay. It was the 80s, whatever, you know.
Right? Like that's how I feel about like my parents, because like you would think like growing up in like West Texas here in this area it wouldn't be that crazy. I was like, oh my God.
All right,
like, I was part of
before we
hippie
end this,
era.
I'll tell you this. For their honeymoon, my mom was 20, had never even smoked weed in her life. They went to Amsterdam during their honeymoon. The first, she's told me this story plenty of times, and she said it's like the most terrifying thing she's ever been through in her life.
Good Lord.
The first time she smoked weed was in Amsterdam when she was 20 years old on their honeymoon. And she's like, I don't know what your dad was talking about with this guy, but he got really mad, and I'm pretty sure the guy was trying to like buy me in the red light because they're in the red light district.
Yeah.
But like your dad got really mad, and like I thought he was gonna fight this guy. And
So wait, like it was like I'm assuming it was only in German. Like,
but
did your dad know fucking German? Since
who knows? He probably did. If he's got enough coke in his system, who doesn't know German at that point? But then she said they went to like. So she was like the first time she smoked weed, like immediately after, like some dude's trying to like buy her on the red light district. She freaked out. So my dad's response was like, oh, we just need to go smoke some more weed to calm you down. So they went and smoked more weed, and then he took her to the Anne Frank house.
to get higher?
Like, no, they were already, like, she's like, I was stoned out of my mind. And her dad's like, oh, let's go see the Anne Frank house. She said for, like, the entire night she couldn't sleep because all she could think about was, like, hearing boots coming up the stairs to their hotel room and dragging her ass out.
Good Lord. It's like, this was my honeymoon. I was scared of Nazis.
Yeah.
I'm not Jewish.
I came for a honeymoon. I got high and was terrified that Nazis were coming to drag me out of my hiding spot in my hotel room. You know?
I cannot believe you have not fucking told these stories before.
Hey, Charlie, if you ever get a weekend off, come up to Des Moines. I'll take you over to my mom's house. She'd love to have you because she is a dope fucking person. And she'll tell you the stories. She'll find it hilarious.
Bill, if I'm ever, like, yes, please and thank you.
Well, get in the car. Get in the car and drive up. Beth and Gregor's supposed to be coming up here at some point.
From the entire, honey, I would fly. Like, driving that far. But seriously,
it's actually for you. It's not that far. Austin, for me, Austin's a 12-hour drive. So let's see.
I feel like what, 10 hours?
I don't want to dox you here. So
no.
Oh, it's actually about the same. I'm guessing because you have to come further east and up. So it's okay. That is a long drive. So
you're right. If we ever do, and fingers crossed, it's gonna happen. The Vegas meetup.
Oh,
you gotta bring your fucking mom.
Oh, Mom would come out in a heartbeat.
Exactly. That would be the perfect time.
I do want to do.
The vibes are there. We're having a good time. Let's talk about stuff before we start drinking, and then let's have a good time together.
Oh! I just had great idea, Charlie. Mother's Day is coming up.
It is.
I should interview your mom, and you should interview my mom.
Okay, so like Womb's already interviewed my mom at least twice now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, like on a phone call, like you're on the phone with him or something, and he gets on.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like run into her room and be like, "This is Womb, Mom."
Wait, have you met Womb Raider in person?
No.
Oh, okay.
I haven't. But he's straight up like he's my brother from another dimension.
Another
Like, I wouldn't even say
dimension.
it's not from another mother or another father, but it's like dimensional shit. He's
I can see
straight
that.
up my brother. There is nothing else other than like we have a brother-sister connection. It's fucking great.
He just said in the live chat, Charlie's mom is cool.
Yes. Like I said, like I've been talking to him and I'll just like put my mom on randomly. I'm like,
That's what we
here's my
should do.
mom. And my mom is like, what the fuck am I
It's a little
saying?
short notice because Mother's Day weekend is next weekend. But we should try to set it up to where we'll pre-record it and I'll interview your mom and you interview my mom.
Well, dude, like what? I would say like, what if we had them on together?
See,
But that
that's the
might
thing.
be
That's the thing. I thought about
much.
doing a Mother's Day episode with me and my mom. And like, I don't really hold back a lot with my mom, but I think in that situation, it wouldn't be as funny as it could be because I just don't I've lived with her my whole life, so I don't know what funny questions to ask kind of thing because she already knows it all.
That would be the thing of like, you ask the viewers, like, my mom is coming on.
Oh, I could do that for sure.
What questions do you have?
Oh, I could do that for sure.
Yeah, man, put it on them, the ones that are.
Yeah, I could be like, reader asks, like, when's the first time you walked in on your son jerking off? Because I vividly remember that one.
But it's like one of those things. It was just like,
we'll have to figure it out.
It might get a little crazy, but it's for the views, Mom.
Yeah.
For the views.
It's for my career, Mom. I'm a YouTuber, okay? I'm a professional podcaster, all right? All right. Anyways, we got to get off of here. It's been almost fucking 2 hours, so.
I know. I know.
I have to pee.
We got to do the mom shit, though. That's that.
Yeah. I'm going to put a reminder on my phone not right now. When we get off, I'll put a reminder on my phone to figure that one out. So, anyways, love you guys. Nooner Nation. Jake, who has shitty internet,